very exciting one as we will be featuring Stonecolluchion versus Matyzs. And these trainers are running some interesting teams, and we actually have a new Pokemon making an appearance on the stage. We have 2 new Pokemon making an appearance on the stage.
So the question becomes, do you want to reveal them or should I?
I think you should, because you looked very excited when you looked over at me there.
I did, absolutely. So for Stonecolluchion, we do have the Umbreon, which was a big player in the 2019 World Championships in the video game series. We do have Registeel, Samurott, Skarmory, Medicham, and Sableye. Let us know what you think in the chat. Gabby, how is this other team looking here?
I think already, but Samurott. It's one of the starter Pokemon from the Unova region.
Exactly.
That's as far as I got.
All right, well, let's talk about movesets. So a lot of these one-turn fast attacks like Dragon Breath and Bug Bite will only generate 3 energy per turn, but Samurott has access to Fury Cutter, which is a bug-type fast attack that generates 4 energy per turn. And when you couple that with the Community Day Hydro Cannon and Mega Horn, you have a Pokemon that is a pure water type that hits the field, and it is hitting you with Hydro Cannon after Hydro Cannon. And if you are, for example, a Psychic type Pokemon, and you get hit with a Mega Horn, oh my goodness, even though it's not same type attack bonus, Samurott applies so much pressure. There's another Pokemon here for Stonecolluchion, the Skarmory. We have not really seen Skarmory take to the skies here so far at the Last Chance qualifier. How do you feel like it fits into this team here?
But for now, we're hearing about the Registeel and the Medicham out on the field for these 2 trainers as we get this game started.
This is very interesting. You're going to deal a lot of super effective damage with the counters, as we've seen time after time, but Medicham, without access to Power-Up Punch or Dynamic Punch, can't deal any super effective damage, so seeing a no Protect Shield here would not surprise me, and that's exactly what we get.
Yeah, that Psychic is resisted, and it just does 0 damage, giving Matyzs the opportunity to go for that Zap Cannon and drop the Medicham's attack down one stage and have it stick, which is something you don't see that often.
Exactly. When you leave in a Pokemon like this, it kind of sends a signal. Maybe a trainer is weak to that Pokemon in the back as well. We just see the Samurott hit the field against the Sableye. This is going to be fascinating to watch unfold.
Yeah, Sableye throwing the foul play against that Samurott, but Stonecolluchion more than happy to go for that first shield against it, trying to charge up that energy, already at 2 Hydro Cannons, and goes for the throw.
Here comes the first Hydro Cannon. This is over the Mega Horn energy requirement, so we might see a Protect Shield, and we do not, as the Hydro Cannon does connect, and now the Sableye reaches the foul play. Do we see a double Protect Shield situation? Yes, we do.
I mean, that's the signature Pokemon. You want to protect it and keep it out on the field for as long as possible, especially when you're not sure what Matyzs brought in the back. That is going to be knocked out by that Samurott, just the Registeel, and 1 more Pokemon remaining for Matyzs.
And this is so tricky. You are down 0 to 2 shields if you're Stonecolluchion, but you have so much energy, and here comes the Registeel, and it's almost out of energy as well. We see the Samurott starting to deploy all of this energy it's stored, and here comes the first Hydro Cannon. Will this be enough to KO? And it is not quite enough.
It's not quite enough, and that Shadow Swampert comes out onto the field to start putting on some offense. But he still has 2 shields available to him. Will go for that first shield against this Hydro Cannon, but Stonecolluchion already has quite a comfortable lead, and now Sableye's back out onto the field to threaten that Swampert with some foul plays.
Yeah, absolutely. I think threatening is the key word here. Trying to apply a lot of pressure to this Swampert. We know it's the Shadow variant. It cannot really absorb a foul play plus the Shadow Claws, so he's really trying to, I guess, put Swampert in a position where it needs to choose its shielding carefully, and we do see the first shield come up here from the foul play. Can the Swampert secure the knockout and also sweep these other Pokemon in the back?
It already has 1 Hydro Cannon available to it, going for a second Hydro Cannon and throwing it just a split second before that foul play became available.
This is where your attack stat knowledge is critical. We know the Samurott does have a charge attack ready. Will it win the charge move priority over the Swampert? And it goes for it and gets it.
Ah, that Hydro Cannon is going to do enough damage to knock out that Swampert, so it'll just be the Registeel remaining.
Registeel comes out to the field. It can't reach a charge attack, and Samurott unsheathes the sword and slashes away that Registeel.
All right, well, there's your signature Pokemon right there, able to take the win in Game 1 for Stonecolluchion, which brings up the question, how do you make an adjustment for a Samurott? I can almost guarantee you that was not a Pokemon that many trainers were prepared to see this weekend.
I was just going to say, you know, you go through the drills, you have repetitions, you have practice partners, you kind of train for the typical Pokemon that we've seen all day at this Last Chance qualifier, but then Samurott appeared. Into game number 2 here, we do see the Sableyes on the field. Talk about neutral matchups.
Yeah, neutral matchups and the perfect opportunity to get some energy for later on in the match, as these Sableye are more than happy to go for those Shadow Claws. Looks like Stonecolluchion throws the foul play first into a Protect shield.
Yeah, we do see that first Protect shield get used here, and again, it tells us a lot about these trainers' intentions, what they're predicting in the back lines, and how they want to play out the rest of this matchup. We do see a foul play get fired off here. The next one will be a charge move priority, maybe trusting in that Sableye. Matyzs is trying to let it go first here.
Or possibly just trying to bank that foul play for later so that it is ready against the Samurott, but instead Stonecolluchion Sableye able to attack first.
Yeah, losing the charge move priority is really tough here, but it's going to hang on with just a bit of HP. We do see the next foul play get deployed here. Not trying to play for switch advantage. This is also very instrumental in kind of deducing what this trainer is trying to do. Stonecolluchion is fine gathering energy, but he won't let him. He switches right into Swampert. He says, no way. Samurott with energy was too tough last game.
Yeah, these two Hydro Cannon users now facing off, and the Samurott throws the Mega Horn for this turn. Matyzs has a very tough call here and does not go for the shield.
Oh my gosh, look at that damage. Swampert is barely still on the field, but it's going to return fire with a deadly attack of its own. This time, though, Stonecolluchion is using that final Protect shield.
But had both shields available to him in this matchup, which again just makes this so comfortable for that Samurott, able to use the fast move, pick up the KO on that Swampert, and bring Matyzs down to his final 2 Pokemon.
We have a very weak Sableye and a healthy Registeel. It feels like deja vu. We've been here before, and this Samurott is back on the field. It does have a Protect shield to hide behind, and look at this energy generation. Samurott striking already.
Yeah, the one thing I have to wonder for Stonecolluchion is, do you keep the Samurott on the field or do you try and switch, as Matyzs is currently locked into the Registeel, but that switch timer is going to be up real shortly.
And again, I emphasize how difficult it is to predict when these Hydro Cannons are coming. It's very, very tough to predict these one-turn fast attacks. The first one does bounce off of that Registeel, but here comes a Focus Blast as well. Throwing the Focus Blast, not dealing super effective damage, trying to optimize the energy, no shield. Samurott does get KO'd though, finally.
Unfortunately, that Medicham is right behind it and going to be doing super effective fast move damage to that Registeel, and Stonecolluchion has a shield available, but not going for it.
Deciding not to use a Protect shield, Stonecolluchion remembers how much energy that Sableye does have for Matyzs, and he's going to predict that it can't get to the attack, and he is right. Late game counting really pays off there for Stonecolluchion.
It does. Matyzs currently trying to get to that final charge move to deal some damage, but does not have enough time. Stonecolluchion able to pick up the KO with, and that's definitely something that you cannot sell short, as when you're playing so many days of Pokemon, you know, you have the LCQ, then we have day 1, and then we have day 2, our final day of competition. That just takes so much stamina in order to be able to play through and in order to be able to keep things